Welcome to the Scoop School podcast, where we tackle your conundrums about the retail ice cream and frozen dessert business. And now, here's your host. His favorite topping is caramel. That's no joke, it really is caramel. The ice cream bloke and self-appointed headmaster of Scoop School, Steve Christensen.
G'day ice cream lovers, welcome to the podcast. It's great to have you here, whether you're either listening on iTunes or tuning in on YouTube. I would encourage you to subscribe, and I also would encourage you to be a part of our big 100th episode giveaway. If you go to scoopschool.com, click on the podcast tab, and then fill in your details there, you can go into the running for a prize pack. It's actually a sample pack, extract pack, which basically has all types of vanilla extract and other extracts from our good friends at Green Mountain Flavors and Lockheed Vanilla. So go to scoopschool.com, podcast tab, fill out the form, you'll be as good as gold. We're going to talk today about something that's relatively simple, but I still see a lot of people struggle with in the ice cream, frozen dessert business. Before I jump into that, I do want to thank our episode sponsor, which is Frozen Solutions. Mitch Kleiman and the crew down there do a fantastic job of creating a huge variety of cups, lids, containers, spoons, straws, either what they've got in stock or custom label. You need to speak to Frozen Solutions. FrozenSolutions.com is the website, and we thank you for your episode sponsorship. Now, regardless of what type of ice cream you do, you're more than likely going to come in contact with powdered products. So let's say you live in a country like the United States. We have a very solid dairy infrastructure, and not a lot of people have to use powdered products. Our dairy infrastructure, dairy processing is pretty prolific, as is with Australia, New Zealand, and a lot of the countries that have a good dairy, basically room to have dairy farms, milk dairy cattle and so forth. But there are a lot of people in a lot of countries who tune into the episode who don't get a chance to utilize that really solid dairy infrastructure, and they're using a powdered product. Not to say it's a little bit less quality, but you do need to handle it in a different way. And I will tell you, even here in the US, even though we have access to a lot of dairy-based products, we get our products mostly in a 2.5 gallon bag of refrigerated dairy mix, most stores will have some sort of powdered product. This is a bag of Frocohnut batch freezer mix. It's a vegan product from Mammy's Gelato. This is a product called Frostline from our good friends at Precision Foods. That is a powdered soft serve. Pre-gel products, great quality products from the gelato and basically the European style desserts. Again, powdered products. Forbes chocolate mix we use here all the time. Again, powdered product. Even when we're doing our specialty flavors, like if you go back, I'll link it in the show notes here, but our black ice cream for Halloween was done with this coconut powdered mix. Even down to some stabilizer blends are powdered mixes. Now, there is a way to use powdered mixes and to make sure that you get the most out of the powdered mix without cheapening the product or making it chalky or losing some of the vitality in taste or in mouthfeel, and it simply comes down to hydration. I still see too many people will grab a bucket like this. This is a 12-quart or a 3-gallon bucket. They'll pour their liquid in here, whether it be a milk product or water. They'll put their powder in. They'll mix it up real quick in a container, and they'll pour it into the soft serve machine, pour it into the batch freezer, pour it into the custard machine. If you don't allow those powders to hydrate properly, what ends up happening is that you'll mix it up quickly, pour it in the machine, and even if you get a spatula and you scrape down the sides here, you're more than likely going to see powder residue left on the side of the bucket. These are elements of the mix in powdered form that really haven't had a chance to absorb the moisture that you added, and you've left them on the side wall of the bucket. Or you may leave them on the side wall of the hopper, particularly if you're using a custard or a soft serve machine and it's a gravity unit, whereas the mix kind of drops down as you utilize it. So as you leave and see this powdered residue on this bucket, you'll find that that could be caseinate product, which is your dairy base, so you're losing out on butter fat. It could be stabilizer, so your product won't hold as well as it should in the case, in the display case. It could be emulsifier, so you might have some separation of your fats and your waters in the product as it freezes. So regardless of what that powder residue is, it's not going to give you the best quality product. So what you need to do is grab a bucket like this and prepare your mix a little bit more advanced. Now, some of these companies recommend letting it stand for about 15 or 20 minutes. Please look on the bag as to how long it needs to hydrate for. Personally, if I know I'm making a powdered product for the next day, I will prepare this product, put a lid on it, put it in my walk-in cooler, and that way I've got a good 12 to 15 hours to that product to hydrate whatever the liquid is that you've put in there, water, milk, cream, whatever it is. I can't stress this enough. It sounds such a simple product, but too many businesses aren't looking ahead as to tomorrow and the next day and the next day's production schedule, and they're basically making this stuff on the fly because they need to, pouring it in the machine and possibly deadening the taste of their product or having a low quality mouthfeel because of the fact that you're leaving some of the essential ingredients on the side of that bucket. Hydrate your mix. I say at least overnight. Worst case scenario, 20 minutes to an hour. But honestly, the longer that product, that powder can hydrate, the liquid you're putting in, the better it will be. Thank you for tuning in. Nice simple one today, but very essential. Thank you for Mitch Kleiman and the crew there at frozensolutions.com. And if you have any questions, quandaries, or concerns about the ice cream business, you can drop us a line, steve@scoopschool.com, or visit us at scoopschool.com. Keep on scooping, folks. We'll see you in the next video.